Welcome to Forking Around with Flavor South Florida. I'm Kerri, CEO of Flavor South Florida. We are sitting down with entrepreneurs, business owners, and influential community partners to talk growth, trials, tribulations, and more. These conversations lead into Flavor South Florida, the region's largest restaurant month, happening every September from the 1st through the 30th. If you're in hospitality or thinking about building something meaningful in this industry, you're in the right place. Pull up a chair and let's get into it. This episode is sponsored by Ultima Caviar. Visit them at ultimacaviar.com. Today, we are welcoming a guest that, in my opinion, doesn't need an introduction. I'm going to let her introduce herself without saying her name because her voice is so iconic, especially here in the South Florida area, that I'm going to have you introduce yourself anonymously to kick this episode off. Oh, we hear the laugh already.
Well, hello, Kerri. How's everybody doing out there? I'm so excited for you. I'm so proud of you. I think that you have taken this beautiful brand and just made it more amazing and sparkly and fantastic. I'm so proud of you.
Well, thank you. And if you didn't already recognize her voice, this is Virginia Sinicki, our local legend, radio host, personality, the fun, most amazing woman. There's so much to unravel here.
Oh, well, you're very sweet. I appreciate all of that. I feel like when people say, oh, you're a legend, I feel like that person should be old. But I'm so immature. Like, I don't feel old. But we've been here 27 years now that we've been doing the KVJ Show in South Florida. So I guess I am old.
So you're not old, first of all. Old is so relative these days. It's just not even a thing. But you are a legend. So it's funny because, as you know, I grew up in New York. So I grew up listening to Z100 on Long Island. And I know my radio DJs, and they were my celebrities in my head. Well, fast forward, I move down here, meet you, we become friends, we go out, people are like, you're a celebrity. And they're like, you know Virginia? You're friends with Virginia? No, I have no idea because I didn't grow up here listening to you on the radio. I didn't have the privilege, right? Everybody else did. So I think it's for me, it's comical, honestly. Where we've gone out to dinner. I remember there was one time and some guy was at the bar staring at you. And what was there ever a weird moment you had, with a fan?
Everybody's really cool. You know, for the most part, people are very kind. They just want to come up and tell you, how much they've enjoyed your conversations, because when people meet you out in the wild, they know us so well because we talk about everything, marriages, divorces, kids, personal lives, medical stuff. We talk about everything. So when people meet us, they're like, you're already my friend.
Right. They feel like they already know you.
Yeah. They're ready to take it to the next level. And so they're just looking at me like, come on, get on my level.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful compliment. It says that we've done our job correctly, that we've made people feel like we're friends and we're hanging out already. And now we're ready to go to the next level where we're going out to dinner and chilling and going to each other's kids' functions. It's a beautiful, beautiful compliment. And we're very lucky to have lasted this long because usually radio people don't last 27 years.
Yeah, but you guys aren't going anywhere.
I mean, I think we're about to sign another contract that'll put us to year 30.
Wow, look at that. That's amazing.
I know. Isn't that crazy?
That is amazing. So when people, they already feel like they know you, what's a moment behind the scenes? What don't they know about you? I know you're very open and honest on air, but is there anything surprising that people would find out that you don't talk? I feel like you're very transparent, though.
We are. We're very transparent. And I think sometimes I have to, calm down the stories that I tell about how crazy we get, because it's the true stories about me and my girlfriends. A lot of them couldn't even be on the radio. We have to tone it down because the craziness is insanity.
Okay, I was going to bring this up later in the show, but we're just here, so we'll bring it up. So one time, you and I went to a party, and it was at a house in Palm Beach in which it was a restaurant owner's house. And presumably it's just a regular party. So we go, and you and I and a couple other people, and I guess it was a swingers party later, but unbeknownst to us, we don't know this. We didn't stay for that portion of it. We went to eat after. But anyway, my mother the next day calls me and says, "Did you go to a house party in Palm Beach last night?" I said, "Yeah." "How'd you know that?" "Oh, Virginia was talking about it on the radio." I was like, "God damn it, Virginia." So I always laugh about that because everyone, and other things people have said to me when you and I have gone out to a flavored dinner, they'll text me and say, "Oh, how was such and such restaurant?" I go, "How did you know that?" "Oh, Virginia said it on the radio." I was like, "Oh man." I'm like, "We can't do anything too crazy." Although I have yet to go to Mardi Gras with you.
That one gets wild.
We have to go. I have to go.
You do. You have to go. It is so much fun. Mardi Gras is like, I tell everybody, the best free party in any city in this nation.
Do you flash people?
No, I don't.
To get beads?
I don't.
Do your friends?
I have friends that have.
You never did? You've never done it?
No.
Really?
I've never done it.
Really?
Never.
I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked right now.
I did when I was in Key West, I got body painted one time.
Ooh.
But that's that's the
fun.
most scandalous thing.
That is fun, though.
Yeah, that was fun. That was fun.
I feel like you need to put that on your list, though, to get those beads. I mean, I'm a little shocked. So speaking of breasts, since we're on the topic here, you also are very open with plastic surgery.
Yes.
So I admire that. I admire all transparency. I've never had plastic surgery aside from Botox and a little filler, but that's not to say I'm not going to, because it's definitely on my list of things to do. So what did you have done?
Okay. So I've done lipo. I've done breast lift twice because I breastfed 2 different kids that sucked the life out of the boobies.
Yeah, they do that.
So got to put them back up where they were twice. Mm-hmm. I had a reduction after Rocco, my second lift. I got a lift and a reduction that time because it was just a little bit too much. I also did a lower facelift most recently because
you love that?
Well, I was really hating the jowls.
Yeah.
I was starting to get these jowls because I'm a laugher, I'm a smiler, I'm a big talker. I'm like, always like this. So elasticity in your skin is not something that we get the lovely gift of keeping forever.
Yeah.
It goes. And so the more you use it, the more it goes. And so I'm a big smiler, and I was getting these jowls, and they just kind of doop, doop. Pull
Easy,
this
right?
back.
Easy
Yeah,
peasy.
super easy. Now there's amazing technology when it comes to this stuff. They have nerve blocker that they put in there. Mm-hmm. Like when they sew you all up and they get everything perfect and you're as aligned as you're going to be, they put this nerve blocker in there and you don't feel any pain at all.
And the recovery was not so bad.
No. It was so easy. I would just say to anybody, make sure you get the nerve blocker.
Did you want to shout out your doctor?
Yes. So I loved aquaplastic surgery. They did a great job. Dr. Giselle, Dr. Rankin, they're both fabulous. Mm-hmm. So I really do. I send everybody that way.
I've heard Rankin is great. So actually, this is a quick little rapid fire. So can you tell me what you think are the top 5 plastic surgery requests in the country today?
Oh, that's a good one. It's got to be breasts, right?
Yes, breast augmentation is number 2.
Okay. Rhinoplasty.
Yep. Number 4.
Liposuction.
Number 1.
Mommy makeovers.
That would be, I think that's like an all-encompassing.
Okay,
so
okay.
like 2 specifics left.
Tummy tuck.
Tummy tuck, number 5.
Yes.
Number 3 is, I think, new and trending right now.
Butt lift.
No.
No?
No.
New and trendy.
I feel like a lot of people are doing it right now.
Oh, is it bluff?
Yep.
Yeah, the eyes.
The bluff.
Okay, you got to be really careful with the eyes.
Yeah.
And here's why I don't think I'll ever do anything like that, because it changes the way you look as a human so significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful with the bluff.
Yeah, I don't think you need it though.
I mean,
I don't think you need
we
it.
all have a little extra skin on top of our eyes.
I've got it.
But sometimes you can do the bluff and then look surprised for the rest of your life.
Right?
Is that what you want? Do you want to walk into every room and look
Yeah.
like you just had a proctology exam? No, you do not. So be careful with the bluff.
You know what's funny? When I get Botox in my forehead, and my girl's great because I can always move my forehead. I had it one time by a different girl and I couldn't. And I was annoyed because I was like, nobody's going to know if I'm mad or sad or happy. I'm just looking the same all the time. So now I just do like, I don't know, even 20 units or something just to, I still can move. I still have like wrinkles in my head. That's fine, whatever. I don't.
Less is more. When it comes
I don't
to
care.
facial anything, less is more. You can always go back and do more. So don't do too much. You don't want to look like a different human and people don't recognize you.
I want to
That's
look like
weird.
Lindsay. I want to go to Lindsay Lohan's doctor.
She looks great.
This is so crazy. All right, I have a question for you. So, what is the most Virginia thing you do that drives your family or your KVJ crew absolutely insane?
I mean, probably my love of binge drinking. I'll go like, I can go from 10 a.m. to midnight and just not stop and just from here to there to there to there. Like it's an all day affair.
What are you drinking though?
I mean, you can't go with hard alcohol if you do it that way. You've got to have either champagne, bubbles, Prosecco, or I can also do beer that way.
I can't drink
You
beer.
cannot do vodka or tequila or any of the hard stuff.
Fireball.
You can mix in a fireball or two, but you got to be very careful.
So another KVJ related. If KVJ became a reality show tomorrow, who would be the breakout star? Who would be the villain? And who would get canceled first?
Oh my.
I think you guys need a reality show, to be honest.
I did one way back in the day.
You three.
Oh, us three.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would require us being together for way too much time. Could you imagine? All morning and then all afternoon and all night. Like we would actually kill each other.
That would be, but your family. At
We
this
are.
point.
We are. You know, and that's the thing that I think is important. Everybody likes each other. And if we are hanging out outside of the radio station, we're having good laughs, good fun. We enjoy it.
Yeah.
Not all teams are like that. So we're very lucky that we really do still enjoy each other's company and would pick to hang out with each other even if we weren't working together and getting paid to do it.
Do you have any fun things you want to share about Kevin or Jaybird?
I think Jaybird would be the breakout star. You want to talk about a reality dream. If we were able to talk him into putting cameras in his house to record him and what he does, he is an interesting character. Fascinating. And
Really?
Yeah. If we had cameras on Jaybird, he would be the breakout star, hands down, and it would go viral. No doubt about it.
Who's the villain?
Oh, gosh.
No, there's not.
No, I don't think there's a villain. I mean, we all have our little twisted sense of humor side. And we can all poke at each other and definitely enjoy, the sibling rivalry kind of energy.
Yeah.
But I don't think anybody is truly the villain.
So you guys, in addition to obviously the KVJ show and everything that encompasses that, you also just started something called KVJ Eats.
Yes.
So what is that about?
So we wanted to start doing more stuff, and we noticed that there's so many restaurants and places in South Florida that people don't know about. And we all enjoy going out. And we just thought it'd be neat to showcase specific things that we enjoy. Like I enjoy like the fancier stuff and the higher end stuff. Kevin likes the bar scene. Jay Bird loves anything with pizza. So we kind of all have our little niche marketing area that we do good in.
What is your, like, give me like a few favorite restaurants here in the area.
Okay, I knew you were going to ask me this, and so I brought a cheat sheet. I hope it's okay that I use this. I've got all my notes. So up by where I am, I'm Martin County, so I love Evo. We love Chef Eric. We love Melissa. We love the whole team at Evo. We've loved them for many years. Also, Lila in Tequesta, new place, relatively new. They've only been open a couple years, and Sunday and Vance and their Chef O, is phenomenal. Such good food. I'm also a big fan of Asian. So I love Blackbird, specifically the female pastry chef, Denise. I love her so much. She's so good. I love Hog Snappers in Tequesta. They do great Asian stuff as well. But hands down, my favorite Asian is the sushi at Ibisu. It is so spot on, Japanese, authentic, amazing. Ibisu, hands down, favorite Asian. Favorite pizza, I would do Sicilian Oven. Love them. And then I'm a big fan of vibes. So I love the vibe at the Circle Dining Room for brunch at the Breakers. Best vibe ever. I love the 1000 North vibe. So nice, so classy. Love Street. I love the vibe there as well. My friend Steven Asperini helped with a lot of those projects. And then Aquasan, love that place as well. And then last but not least, Oriental Market in West Palm Beach. Julie and Sam, they are from Thailand. Steven Asperini turned me on to them, actually, and they are legit from Thailand, legit food, Oriental Market, right there on Dixie Highway. So good. And then, Kerri, you turned me on to a great place in Jupiter, Rem Bar, that I didn't even know about. Eva was so nice to us. That baked brie that she brought out, I have dreams about it. The truffle baked brie with the apples and the gooiness. I'm going back for that. I'm going to order like 5 of them and bring them to all my friends. So that's my list. Thank you for letting me cheat. I love finding new places. I really do. To me, it's like an adventure.
Yeah, I agree. And they're opening up new every twist and turn.
I know.
They just keep popping up. It's insane. Well, how do you compare the culinary scene from South Florida to New Orleans?
I think New Orleans is it's better because it's a food city. Mm-hmm. Florida, we have tourism, we have recreation, we have, of course, great restaurants, we have all of this. But New Orleans, hangs its hat on being a cocktail and food city. Mm-hmm. And it really does. It shines bright. And there are so many fabulous places now, Michelin recognized places in New Orleans. So the food scene there is spectacular.
So I visited once, and I'm due to go back. And because I thought it was very cute and it was really old, and it's an interesting city. There's nothing else like it.
Right.
Really, there's not. And so what do you have? Okay, so you have the gumbo and the crawfish, but am I saying that? I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Is it crayfish, crawfish?
Crawfish. Yeah, crawfish. Definitely crawfish, gumbo. You have etouffee, which is one of our favorites.
Which one's that?
It's like a seafood stew. Oh. I prefer crawfish etouffee. So it's like a yummy, succulent stew. It's really good.
That sounds really good.
Of course, jambalaya. And of course, you've got the oysters. So many different preparations on those. Mm-hmm. You've got po' boy. You've got so many fun seafood dishes. Soft shell crab. I just had some of the most delicious soft shell crab at Galatoire's when I was there for Jazz Fest 2 weekends ago.
Are there any restaurants around here that kind of hold a candle?
I think Lucky Shuck does a good job.
Okay.
They're doing a great job of their seafood stuff. I like Aquasan is really cute, and it's got a good vibe going on in there.
But for like New Orleans food, I feel like we have, well, I have to take you up to Jensen Beach because there's a place called Crawdaddy's there.
I've been
have
there.
you been?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
I've been. I like it.
Good?
I like it. It's good. It's good. I think Voodoo Bayou does a good job too.
Oh, with those beignets.
Yep, they do a great job with their beignets.
So I went what is it? Cafe Du Monde, right?
Cafe Du Monde.
So when I went there, of course, there was a line a mile long. So my friends and I got drunk, and then at 2:00 in the morning, went back, and there was no line. So if I'm remembering correctly, it's cash only.
Okay, that sounds right.
So I'm standing on line, now this short line, now it's 10 people, not 100 people, to get these beignets. And the girl in front of me, she's no cash. She says, "Can I Venmo you? Will you pay for my beignets?" I said, "Yeah, girl, no problem." So she does. Again, we're all drinking.
Right.
So I pay for her beignets, and that's it. Life goes on. 2 days later, I get a Venmo for like $20. And it says for beignets. I'm like, what is this for? I'm like, I'm so confused.
I don't know when I did this.
But then this random girl sent me $20 for beignets. I was like, all right, cool.
That's very New Orleans. You meet random people.
It was so funny.
And you're just like, all right, yeah, I trust you. I'll give you my Venmo. You give me yours. Like, what could go wrong?
Fine, whatever. It's great.
We're hammered.
Crawfish Festival happened not too long ago at
did.
Abacoa
Yes.
Amphitheater. And how did that start? Because it's a fairly new event.
Yeah, so this is the 8th year, and Jerry Soma, who does the Italian festival in that same space, we were talking one night, and his festival is Italian because he's Italian, and it's all about the culture and the music and the vibe, and I was like, man, I wish we had a Cajun festival celebrating everything about Louisiana. And he was like, well, if you give me the infrastructure and the music and the food and the ideas, like that part of it, I can give you the work parts.
Right.
The people, the tents, the staffing, the permits, the police, the porta potties, all the stuff that I don't know how to set up. Like he sets up a small village, basically a town.
Yeah, he really does.
Puts it up and then breaks it down.
He's insane with that stuff.
I know.
I've been to Feast of Little Italy so many years, and he is just insane with his events. Like, he does a great job and brings thousands of people.
Thousands and thousands of people. And the great thing about, he does it right. There's a lot of people that have tried to do it and that maybe don't last because it's not cheap. It's very expensive to throw a festival.
And it's gamble. You're gambling because the weather, too.
100%.
I mean, that's scary. But you guys had there was good weather this year.
We did.
For both
Knock on
events.
wood. We had beautiful weather, and it was a great turnout. So much fun. The vibes were on point. We brought in Louisiana artists. We had some great local artists, and the music was fantastic this year. I think some of the best we've ever had. Food was great. The weather was great. I'm just getting old.
You're not. How old's your son?
He's 10.
10. You have a 10-year-old. So, you have enough energy to, you have to have energy to have a 10-year-old. My son is now 14 and I'm exhausted. And I always, tell people it's like that work mom balance. It's real. It's like, we have tomorrow night, I have orientation for high school, which is insane to me. And I'm sitting here doing my work calendar, and I'm like, and we have to do orientation. And then he's got a science state thing test on Wednesday. And, it's like you have to, there's so many. But you bring Rocco. I feel like Rocco is his own, Rocco, people know Rocco.
Yeah.
Rocco's out and about. Rocco is like this 10-year-old little boy in a man body.
Yes.
Rocco is hilarious.
He's like a 40-year-old man trapped in a 10-year-old's body.
So much.
He drinks coffee. He's our IT guy. He runs through the neighborhood, and he helps all our senior citizens hook up their Ring doorbell or their Wi-Fi, or there's a few of them on my Netflix.
I can actually see him giving out your Netflix password to everybody because he's the sweetest little person. He
is.
Really he is.
He's a loving little guy.
I love that kid.
But he's a 40-year-old man.
But you're such a great mom. I mean, and
thanks.
Magnolia is in college, right?
She is, yes.
And how old does that make her now?
She's about to be 21
Oh my gosh.
in a matter of days.
Wow.
Yeah.
And look, and she's out doing her thing, and you see, you're such a great mom.
Oh, that's sweet. I feel like I never do anything great. I just kind of do a bunch of stuff half-assed. And I feel like
And it all works out.
I've spread myself so thin that I don't know how much more of this I can do. So I got to be a mom. You know, you're not allowed to give your kids back. Once you birth them, they're yours, I hear. So I'm keeping the kids. I'm also keeping the radio job. But I don't know if I'm going to keep doing all the other stuff because I'm tired.
So, you know, and also Panda, that's a job too, right?
I have a husband.
Yeah.
And, you know, they need attention. They need to be taken out on date nights. They need to be loved. And like, I'm sure a lot of moms, I'm sure a lot of working moms feel this too. I feel like I'm not really great at anything. I'm just kind of mediocre at everything.
I kind of feel the same way.
And it sucks. It sucks.
But I don't think when I look at you, I don't think that's the case. And I think when you look at me, you don't think that's the case. But it's interesting that I think we both feel that way. And I do. And because I always feel like I could be doing better or doing more.
Yes.
And maybe I can, but it's like but I think that's just us being hard on ourselves at the end of the day.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like I want to be better at the more important things and stop doing the things that don't feed my soul.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, there is another project that you work on with I think with Jerry Soma, Little Smiles.
Yes.
So tell me about what you do for them and about the organization. This episode is sponsored by Ultima Caviar. Experience exceptional. Visit them at ultimacaviar.com.
So KVJ and Little Smiles have been together now for 20 plus years. Little Smiles just turned 25, I think, right around the same as us. And we've been affiliated since the very, very early days when Chip Donahue, many moons ago, had the idea to start this charity. He had gone into a hospital to visit one of his friend's kids. The kid was very sick in the hospital. And he was looking in the rooms in the children's unit, and they're like just kids in there by themselves watching soap operas. And he's like, what's going on? And the nurses told him, like, a lot of these kids, their parent had to go to work. And so the kid fighting cancer here in the hospital by themselves, and they're watching soap operas. And Chip was like, no. We've got to do something. So he started by bringing videos and VCRs and TVs to the hospitals. And then that grew into bringing PlayStations and gaming things, the PSs and the PS2s and 3s and 4s. And it really developed into Little Smiles, how we know it today. And it's like, whatever these kids need in the hospital, the nurses help us figure out what they need. If it's an iPad, if it's a trip to Disney when they finish chemo, if it's clothes because they don't have any clothes because they come from a poorer household that can't afford back to school clothes. You know, whatever it is, we find out from the nurses what we can do, and then we do it. Chip started it by saying, I want this charity to be the nurses' silent checkbook. Helping these kids and getting them the things that they need. And now it's so much more than just sick kids. You know, we help abused kids. We help, kids in distress. We do a whole Project Smile out west that works with underserved communities, making sure that those kids get resources and those police officers get resources to help those kids in that community. So it really has grown to helping so many kids, but it started in the hospital, and it's still very much a hospital-based charity.
And you have a pretty big initiative at Christmas time too.
Yes. So during Christmas, the mission is even expanded more. And we work with local church groups, at-risk youth, kids that have gone through trauma, kids that have gone through house fires. You know, we had a family last year, they lost their home and all the Christmas presents burned.
Oh, wow.
Everything burned. So not only were we buying gifts for them, we were replacing all of their old toys that burned in the house fire. At Christmas time, we really love to expand the mission and make it so that every child we can possibly put a toy in the hands of at the holidays, we do.
Yeah, that's amazing. It's one of my favorite local charities. We have a lot of really good local charities here.
We do.
And I always recommend Little Smiles. I have 3 favorites, and that's one of my 3 favorites.
Thank you.
And I remember taking my son one year. You had a bunch of toys that needed to be sorted, and you had a little like staging area,
Yes.
with the gifts and all that. And it's just nice because at the end of the day, my son's spoiled, and so it's like
most of our kids are spoiled,
and good for them, right?
It's good for them,
But
it's
like
also
them
good
to
to see.
be aware that they're, other kids aren't as fortunate as they are.
Exactly.
Right? So it's nice for the kids to give back,
Sure.
also, and get them involved. So I think that's really sweet.
I take Rocco with me on deliveries, and we go into some pretty rough areas. We go into
Yeah.
some areas that not a lot of people are going into to serve. And at Christmas time, it's a beautiful thing to see mom's face light up, dad's face light up. The whole family is like just, oh my gosh, these are for us. Like, you've changed the holiday for these people, for this family, for their neighbors. Like, the neighbors see it and they share toys with each other. It's a beautiful
But
thing.
you're such a giving person, just in your being, in your heart, your soul. Like even at Halloween, like you give your neighbors out candy, yes, but food, drinks. It's like a whole party. I will not drop your address on the air because then you'll get inundated with people. But it is so much fun. Like you do things that like other people wouldn't think to do. I think it just comes easily to you too. And I think it's who you are.
It's fun too, selfishly, I get a lot out of it. It makes me happy too. I walk away with that feeling, when you help somebody, you get joy. And that joy is a beautiful thing, a gift to give yourself.
Yeah.
Especially if you're feeling like, sad about work, sad about your relationship, sad about something crappy in your life that's got you down. Go help somebody and do something nice for somebody. And you get that endorphin rush and you're like, okay, I'm a good human. I got to get myself back on track here and not wallow in sadness. And it really is a selfish thing too.
I wish more people would think like that, though, to give back and, I don't know, pay it forward more. I love paying it forward. I think paying it forward is very important. And I think if everybody did, just think of how that would really play out.
Yeah, well,
ultimately.
I think it's up to us. We got to teach our kids, and you're doing it and I'm doing it and we're showing our kids through example. Okay, here's what you have to do to help other people around you and lift them up.
I know. It's so sweet, though. Okay, let's ask. I have a couple of fun questions. Oh, I have a lot of fun questions.
Okay.
How fast can we do them?
Let's do it.
Okay. We're going to run right through. What is your toxic trait?
Toxic traits, probably, thinking that I can still party like I did when I was 21 and I'm 53. It's not really cute, but it doesn't stop me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. What is the most embarrassing? I just saw something the other day on your page, so I don't even know where you're going to go with this. What is the most embarrassing thing you've ever done in public?
Oh, my.
I know. How do you choose?
I mean, I've fallen down flights of stairs. Gosh, I'm not really embarrassed. Even the times that I've fallen down flights of stairs, get up at the end and yeah.
I saw you twerking the other day at a porta potty.
That's a tradition.
That might not have been embarrassing to you, but I wouldn't twerk in front of a porta potty.
We do this every year at Jazz Fest in New Orleans. It's either me or my sister or somebody in our group. This year, me and my sister did it, and we twerk on the porta potties at Jazz Fest, right during Big Frida. If you don't know who Big Frida is, look up Big Frida. You will be moved to twerk yourself. If you can stand still and listen to Big Frida, you are a more powerful individual.
How to twerk.
Oh, everybody can
Let alone
twerk.
you did it upside down. Like I was like, woo! If you were a stripper at a dance club, I would have given you all my dollars.
I love it.
All the dollars. What is one food you absolutely refuse to eat?
My mom, okay, when we were growing up, she's Mexican. And she would make us this soup, and we just thought it was a delicious soup. It was called menudo. We didn't know what was in it, but we drank it and ate it and loved it. And then now as an adult, she tells us, what's in it. The inside of a cow's stomach and bits of cow tongue.
Oof.
Yeah. So we ate that as kids, and I'm good.
That doesn't sound good.
It doesn't sound good, but we ate it as kids.
Why?
We didn't know any different.
Where are you even getting that from?
It's a Mexican thing.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. It's
How
a
old
thing.
is your mom?
So she is in her mid-70s.
How old's your grandma?
My grandma is 102.
Grandma is 102.
I just talked to her yesterday on video call, sharp as a tack.
That
if
is
I can
unbelievable.
have even a quarter of her mental capacity at her age, I'll be doing great.
I can't believe she's 100. I mean, she's 102.
102 and still on it. Like, she can tell you names, dates, places, things she did, tell you memories.
Does she have a boyfriend?
She's outlived everybody. She outlived her husband. She outlived her boyfriend. She's outlived all of her siblings. She's outlived everybody, all of her friends.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
She's like, there's nobody left. They're all dead.
Oh, man. Get her a new boyfriend. Find some younger guy, like 85.
I know, right?
You gotta get her youngin'.
She's also got no patience for stupidity or ridiculousness. So I don't know. I don't know if she'd put up with all that.
All right. All right. We'll keep a lookout for her. If anyone has any where does she live?
She's now by my dad. So they're in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Okay, we're looking for an 85-year-old man, single, real nice, in Bowling Green, Kentucky.
Preferably wealthy, because we're not here to take care of no man.
True. What is your favorite curse word?
Oh, man, this is tough because I love them all. Gosh. Is it bullshit? I think I love bullshit.
Bullshit?
Because I love to call bullshit.
Yeah, you do.
I do.
You do.
I really do. So I think I'm going bullshit.
Okay. Bullshit for the win.
Yeah.
My mom will be mad to hear me say this, but my favorite's fuck. I say it a lot. Like, I try not to, obviously, but it's just, it could be an adjective, it could be a verb, a noun. It's a great word because I can use it in so many different ways.
Yes.
And I don't try to curse. I really don't try to curse a lot, but I was on the call with a client this morning. I say shit, like shit. I'm like, I don't give a shit, and I'll just say that in a normal sentence. But I was on the phone with a client, this potential client this morning, and I'm like, I said, really what we have to do is just clean up your shit and you'll be fine. But that's how I don't want to ever present myself in a way that I'm not.
Sure.
So I feel like if I'm coming out the gate to you and I'm showing up in a tank top and jeans to our first meeting and I'm saying we're going to clean up your shit, that's what it is. And I think it's funny because I think that's a common misconception of me. I think people think I'm a little bit bougier than I am. I like the nice things, and so do you.
Sure, yeah.
I think you and I both are on the same page with that. But like, it's funny to me sometimes when my New York comes through.
Sure.
Like, I'm not really a bougie Palm Beach. I don't think I am, but
No, you're not.
People might beg to differ.
You give it honest.
Yeah.
And you give it real. And I think sometimes people don't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
Because they expect you to sugarcoat it or flour it up for them. And you're like, no, I'm just going to tell you how it is. And I appreciate that because I like that quality.
Is very pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Like if I'm mad, if I'm happy, I'm usually right there in the middle.
Right.
And I don't divert too much. So it's like no matter what I'm saying and delivering it, whether it's positive, negative, angry, whatever, I feel like it's just I just say it.
It's fact.
It just comes out. Right, it's fact.
It's fact.
I like stating fact.
Yeah.
What is something that you're bougie about? That was actually one of the questions.
Oh, I mean, I love bougie food. I love bougie restaurants. I love bougie transportation. I love the idea of, flying first class. I rarely do, but I would love to. I love the idea of bougie amenities.
Yeah.
Spa.
I love
hotel.
Spa. What's your favorite local spa?
Gosh, that's tough.
There's
So
a lot
I've
of good
enjoyed a
ones.
lot. There's Pure Bliss. I love the Lane Spa is fabulous. I've been to the one at the Jupiter Beach Resort.
Beach Resort's a good one.
That's a great hotel. If you don't know about the Jupiter Beach Resort, they really did a fantastic job. Sorry, I'm having a menopausal hot flash. They did a great job with their restaurant.
She's stripping. She was just stripping for us.
Their restaurant, their spa, the whole hotel, Jupiter Beach Resort is looking good.
I love Jupiter Beach Resort. I love the O. I love PGA National.
PGA National, I do love as well. It's so cute.
I think
Instagrammable.
There's so many good ones. There really are. And that's what, even this summer, everyone's asking me what I'm doing this summer. I'm clearly preparing for Flavor South Florida, which is Restaurant Month every September 1st through 30th, flavorsouthflorida.com.
Plug.
So I do that in the summer. But I also do a lot of staycations with my son because why would I leave here?
Right.
We have really awesome places that people travel from all over the country or the world or whatever to come to. And we have them right here. So,
30-minute drive. You had 100 restaurants last year. What are you aiming for this year?
Well, we had 107. And this year we already have 50, 60.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're early right now.
You haven't even gone full court press yet.
No.
That's crazy.
It's really great because a lot of new restaurants have been reaching out to us.
Good.
So, and people just talking and referring the program. I had 3 emails this morning saying, oh, I know a restaurant that I want to introduce you to. And so it's really, really lovely that that's the case.
Yeah.
I think we'll most certainly exceed 100 this season.
Good.
It'll definitely be the biggest year yet.
Nice.
And next year is our 20th Flavors 20th anniversary.
Nice.
So every year it just keeps growing. It started at 12 restaurants in 2007 in Palm Beach.
That's amazing.
And it just keeps growing like this little, snowball.
I love it. Well, since you've had it, I feel like it's going boom. And really, you put the love into it.
Yeah, no, I do. I try. I really enjoy doing it. And I love meeting people. I love being able to help the restaurants. I love that the community gets to really truly enjoy these great dining deals because I'll tell you, every time I go out to restaurants, it's I'm not spending $100. If I get an appetizer, an entree, and a drink, because I'm not a big dessert girly, I'm spending $100.
Right.
But during Flavor, you get 3 courses for $35, $45, $55, $65. And that's hard for a restaurant to sustain these days because of food costs and overhead and insurance rates. So the fact that they're actually this is a gift they're giving back to the community, in my opinion, because that's a hard number to hit with the price of everything now.
Absolutely.
So the fact that they're doing it and they're actually giving you quality, great stuff, I have to approve every menu that comes in. And I would say 95% of them I don't have to kick back. There's a small percentage I'll kick back in because I know the numbers, I know the costs.
Right.
And I'll say, this is not a deal. This is not going to excite the community. This is not going to work. You'll have to revisit this. And if they can't, maybe it's not the right fit for you. That's okay. But it's tricky. But it does bring in. Last year, the total revenue for all the restaurants combined was $2.3 million.
Dang.
In September, just on flavor menus, no alcohol.
Who won your contest? I know you did a contest last year.
Oh,
and the
my
person
gosh.
that had the most receipts got like $1,000 or something.
It was our Eat, Check, Repeat contest, which we are doing again this year. And Alex Ordonez, he is a realtor for Meyer Lucas Real Estate.
Okay.
He was on a mission. He had 28
Good for him.
in 30 days.
Wow.
And The runner-up was 27.
Okay.
Runner-up after that was 26. And so everyone mailed me their receipts. They physically mailed them to me. And they were like competing. These people were competing hard. And they all won prizes. They won Palm Beach Food and Wine Festival tickets, Jupiter Seafood Festival tickets. Yeah, we had some good prizes. And we're going to do that again this year because Papa really, really enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah.
I always kind of wanted to do a bingo card, but this is where that went instead. Because my creative brain one night was just like, oh, we should do a checklist. That's what we're doing. So you can find it on the website, and it'll also be printed in Jupiter Magazine. And you'll also be able to pick up hard copies at the Mothership in Tequesta.
Nice.
So there'll be a few places you'll be able to grab your physical copy and run with it and play the game.
I love it.
I want Rocco to enter this year.
He is definitely.
I feel like he's so competitive.
He is.
And he's a foodie.
He's a foodie. He's competitive. He's all the things. He loves caviar. That's his favorite. That is his favorite, hands down. He is a caviar man.
Did you ever take him to Sushi by Boo?
No, but we talked about this.
Let's take them. Let's take the boys. So quick story. So I'm at Sushi by Boo in New York City, took Jack with me and my girlfriend. And we didn't I don't like to divert. And I know you're the same way. We don't like baby our children when we go out to eat. Right. So I said, we're all going for sushi. And Jack said, well, I don't like sushi. I said, well, I'll figure it out. And I texted my friend, Erica, who's the owner of Sushi by Boo. And I said, can you make Jack a little rice bowl or have them, she wasn't there, make a little rice bowl with some like torched Wagyu or whatever on top. Like just little pieces, you know? He eats this Wagyu bowl right up. And he's like, that's the best thing I ever ate. Then he proceeded to try. He looks at me, he says, all right. Sits back and he says, I'm ready to try the 15 courses.
Aww.
I said, like hell you are. It's not happening right now. I gave him a couple of my pieces to try, but so now he's like dipping into the world of the sushi, so which is making me very happy.
That's awesome.
But problem, we go to the Butcher's Club a couple of weeks later, and normally he would get a filet, and he sees Wagyu on the menu.
Oh gosh.
And he says, can I get the Wagyu? I said, no. He goes, but I really enjoyed it. I said, right, but you're never going to have it again.
Until you get a job.
Until you get a job.
And then you can buy me Wagyu.
Yeah. So now I've created some little Wagyu monster. And every time he sees it on the menu, he just looks at me very like simply and goes, oh, that's what I like, right? I'm like, nope, that's not what you like. You don't
Even
like
the filet is pricey, much less the Wagyu.
I know. But, he doesn't ask for much. So
that's good.
What are you going to do? So all right, I have a picture of this girl. I want to show you. And I want you to tell me, just based on her photo, her photo, what advice you would give to her. Let's see if I could get it clear here.
Oh, that's me from high school, but that's probably freshman year, maybe even, 8th grade.
What about that one?
Ooh, that's even less. That's 6th grade. Ooh, she hadn't had braces yet. So them were summer teeth. Some are here, some are there, some are going this way, some are going that way.
I feel like I have a whole mess load of what about this one?
Oh, wow. That's even younger. That's like 5th grade.
What would you tell her?
Where'd you get all these?
Oh, don't you worry about that. We'll have to thank Magnolia for these.
Oh, she dug up some old pictures.
I have 10 more.
Oh, gosh.
I have your whole youth in my phone.
I would just tell that girl to maybe tweeze the brows in the middle because the unibrow was a lot.
Did you give her any life advice otherwise?
I would be like, don't focus so much on what other people think. It's so hard to tell a teenager that because we were all teenagers once and you were so worried about fitting in and having people like you. And I think once I got like a little older, I realized it doesn't matter if people like you or not.
It doesn't.
who actually gives a shit what anybody's opinion of you is? Do you like you? Because that's really all that matters. And if you don't, then you got to fix some shit, girl. You got to get it together, and you need to like you. Like, you need to date you. You need to go on trips with you and nobody else. And you need to figure out how to become your favorite company, your best friend. And if you're not there, I would just do the work, because you can get there. Do the work. Don't care about what everybody else thinks or says or opinions of you. People can shove their opinion right up their ass. Do what makes you happy. And at the end of the day, if you live your life for you and you try to be a good person, then that's really all that you need to worry about.
I couldn't agree more.
Don't care what the other people think.
I can't fit that all stitched on a pillow. I may take that and stitch a blanket.
It's kind of a run-on sentence.
It was a great sentence. Great sentence. We may have to close with that, because I don't think we could top those words of advice.
Aw.
I think you're fantastic, and I thank you for coming on the show. And get ready to make some reservations. Flavor is right around the corner.
I'm very
excited. So many dinners together.
You always invite me to all the flavor stuff. Thank you for including me. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for joining me on Forking Around with Flavor South Florida. If you're in the industry, a business owner, or just want a better understanding of what goes into keeping restaurants alive and thriving, make sure you subscribe and share this episode with someone who should hear it. Flavor South Florida takes place every September from the 1st through the 30th between Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast. You can find all the amazing dining deals and participating restaurants at flavorsouthflorida.com. Until next time, keep supporting local and keep forking around.